quickly around the rest of the NFL, I want one game for each of you guys that that kind of was on your mind. Zach, I'll start with you because there was a lot of interesting games around the NFL. Or uninteresting.
I'm impressed. I was thoroughly impressed. I said last week that it should be a crime, a jailable offense to put New England Patriots versus New York Giants on television, and it was worse than we could have even thought. It was up there for one of the worst football games I've ever watched. We went on commercial, like I remember watching Red Zone, and it came on, and I was literally like, I would rather watch a commercial than this game. So that was a game that stuck out to me. It ended in the only way it really could, with a missed 30, 40-yard field goal. I think the tank is on for the Patriots. There's nothing.
They weren't trying to go win that game.
No. We talked about this before. They were literally with like a minute and change left. They had an opportunity. Like, they were in field goal range.
They were at the 25-yard line with over a minute to go.
And they decided instead to run the clock down to go to overtime. And, sometimes that game needed to end in a tie. I'm sorry. Neither of those teams deserve to win.
Yeah, that was a brutal game. Unless you had Stevenson as your running back, which I did. He got the rock. But other than that, rough game, especially 10-7. And it really, and Mac Jones got benched at the half. Obviously, people have said he's looked broken. Whatever it is, it ain't it. And the Patriots, not that anyone again is upset about it in the Maryland region, but the Patriots are the worst they've been, I think, since 1993. Rock, what game was on your mind?
It was a game that was on my mind because I was invested in it for one way or another, but it was one reason or another. It was the Broncos-Browns game. And here's why. The Broncos entered the game on a 4-game win streak, and they won 5 in a row. This was a dumpster fire team of the NFL early on in the season. We were making fun of Sean Payton because of his comments towards Nathaniel Hackett. It's like, you're not doing a much better job, dude. You look like a bum as well. And what they've done the last 5 games, it's like, wow. Like, we're looking at a whole different football team. 5 wins in a row. And I feel like for them, that was, the Browns don't have Deshaun Watson. It's Dorian Thompson-Robinson who they knocked out of the game. But to do that against the Browns defense that everyone talks about of, being one of the best in the NFL, and for Russell Wilson to go out, the Broncos to go out and get a victory, that's huge for them because now they're on a 5-game winning streak. I believe that they're tied with the Eagles for the best win streak in all of football right now. So don't look now, but the Broncos are 6-5 and in second place in that AFC West. And a reason why I looked at that is because the Browns are a team in the AFC North that is not hot on the Ravens' tail, but I mean, it's 7-4. What's that?
Rocco.
What?
You just talked about it. DTR's out.
That's what I'm getting at, bro. Yeah. That's like
January Joe's coming.
January. It could be, unless they want to ride with PJ Walker, but
ain't happening.
They didn't.
I would go January Joe.
Go January Joe.
January
Joe. Oh, that would be just an incredible story. But yet, Brad, that's something to kind of keep an eye out for now because DTR out with a concussion. He got knocked out of the game. PJ Walker came in, and he has not been good all year. And shout out to PJ Walker, Temple guy. Love my Temple guys. But, I mean, PJ Walker is not a starting quarterback in the NFL, unfortunately.
Don't
talk
about PJ like that.
What's up?
Don't talk about
First
PJ
of all,
like
Philip
that.
Walker. He's not.
Did you say Philip? Did you refer to him as Philip?
That's what he called himself. That's his name, Philip Walker.
Call him by his government.
He's not, though, and I hate it because PJ Walker is a solid. He's going to be a career backup guy, and that's what we're going to see.
He can win football games for this team.
So just to
he can't win them but he can not lose them
Just to confirm, Adam Schefter did go on the Pat McAfee show today and say that I think there's a real possibility the Browns could go to Joe Flacco this week if DTR can't get through concussion protocol. He says, I think they're comfortable with Flacco and I wouldn't rule him out starting on Sunday. So there you have it. For me, Ryan, my game was the Philadelphia Bills game. I mean, what an unbelievable game. It goes into overtime, and then Jalen Hurts. Look, we talked about Jalen Hurts maybe not being that front runner for the MVP conversation. After yesterday's game, I think he is. I mean, just everything that he did, he was the difference maker in that game. And let's look at this too. I think in the entire NFL, and this is, yes, above the 49ers, Philadelphia is the best team in the NFL. You look at the team that they've beaten. Yeah, they've beaten up on some pretty shitty teams. The Patriots, the Vikings, Bucks, Commanders twice. But they've also beaten the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and now the Bills. I think that they are going to be the team to beat in the NFC, period. I think that goes without saying, but they are the best team in the NFL, period, as well. So that was a great game. I mean, unfortunate for Josh Allen. The rules get changed for him in overtime, and he's still 0-6. That sucks. I actually thought the Bills played a really good game.
Oh, it was fantastic. You're on the road, momentum. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if a missed shitty opportunity, weather. It's shitty weather, but Gabe Davis and Josh Allen aren't on the same page on that play at the goal. It would have been a touchdown if they were on the same page. They don't. Jake Elliott hits a 60-yarder in the rain.
That angle was sick,
in the rain, in this economy, you can't make that up.
It was a 4-iron shot, 60-yarder too.
Dude, that's how we look trying to hit a golf club, I'm sure. I can't speak for you guys. You're probably a hell of a golfer, Brad. I'm sure you shoot like low 80s. I don't know. I feel like you're really, but like
on the front nine.
That was like a perfectly played. Dude, that's like us when we know we're gonna hit a slice. You aim to the left, like into the trees, and we would still hit it into the trees because that's just how our luck goes. But Jake Elliott to slice it, I mean, that was just beautifully done. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, that was the beauty of just the game itself. That was the game of the year. I don't know if we're gonna have that, and if we do, then good for us. And hopefully it's in the Ravens' favor if it happens in that case. But if it's not, that had everything you could imagine. Clutch plays. Devontae Smith, I forget who mentioned it earlier. He had a massive game down the stretch. DeAndre Swift ran the ball well. And Jalen Hurts just believes he's going to go out there and win. Like, I think it's the other thing. It's like, his confidence. And I think that's what helps Philly is they believe that they can win. To your point, Brad, they believe they can win every game. I can't wait for that San Fran game. I still think San Fran and Big Cock Brock is ready.
So yeah, that's going to be a great game as well.
What is so funny?
You just you like really stopped after you said big cock for a second. You did. You were like big cock Brock.
BCB, man.
Yeah, do that poll again.
Is that corny?
Not going to change.
No, I don't think so.
Anyways, I wanted to just add that they also shut down AJ Brown, the Bills defense, and Philly still won that game. So that just goes to show just how good that team is. But yeah, I'm super pumped to see what a Philly Niners game looks like.
Yeah, I agree. I think and Philly, they've proven and they deserve the credit and the respect. Jalen Hurts deserves that respect. You might say he only threw for 350 yards the last two games. So what? He had 5 touchdowns last game. You look up there and go, how the hell did it happen? Well, if you watch the clutch moments, Hurts was clutch. He came through. I will say if I know Buffalo, you don't know what's going to happen. If I'm a Ravens fan, that's a team I don't want to face in the first round. I don't want to face Buffalo in the first round because they can flip of a coin. Josh Allen can go and put up 400 yards of total offense. Like that was nuts. So we'll see what happens there. My game of the week, though, the Jags-Texans game was unbelievable. Unbelievable as well. That was, if you watch that game, and the main thing is CJ Stroud, guys. I mean, holy shirts and pants, dude. It's 4 straight 300-yard passing games. He willed his team that they didn't run the football well at all. Pierce was back. Singletary was run the ball well the last 2 weeks. Didn't do anything. And then Stroud ran for, I think, 40-some yards, threw 2 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown, gave his team a chance at the end, and then the kicker hits the ball off the uprights. I mean, the game really had everything. And if the Texans won that game, they're leading the AFC South, and now it's a 2-game lead, and it feels like it's going to be too much for the Jaguars to overcome. Broncos are coming to Houston. That'll be fun to watch too. So Stroud, man, and if you're a Houston Texan fan, count your blessings that Deshaun Watson won it out of Houston. Mm-hmm. He won it out, and now you have a quarterback that literally is going to rival any quarterback in the NFL for the next 10 years. I think CJ Stroud He's going to be an MVP candidate. He's not going to win this year.
No, sadly.
He's not going to win it because it's just how it is. But CJ Stroud, if you're going to tell me right now, give me a quarterback over the next Joe. Yep. Sure.
Continue.
Sure. Losing the train of thought there. Wow. Yeah. But
CJ Stroud MVP.
CJ Stroud's an unbelievable player, and we are starting some terrible habits here. BCB is not catching on, Joe. It might catch on. A couple good kids here, but hey, that was a great game. I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Football's fun right now, guys.